Welcome back to Tactics Talk with Guido. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I do appreciate your support. On this episode, we have Porani back with his Batchat 12T Tier 8 French light tank, and he's in a 357 bottom tier on whatever this map is, Arctic region. You can see that he's headed over to the west side. Going to get kind of aggressive in his scout, doing the scout thing, getting up front, seeing what's going on, letting his team know what's going on. You can see that he's a little bit light on this side. He's got a 34-3 and himself. There's at least a bulldog up here. He takes advantage of not being spotted to move up. And he's going to go find out what's going on up here for his team. Comes up to this bunker right here, which is a pretty good fighting position for a small tank like his. And now we're going to do a little trading here with this bulldog. Zooming in, whack. Put another one on him. Another one on him. Ouch. He's going to hit me again, and down that guy goes. Forced to reload there. Oh, no. I'm going to put one more on him, but we take another hit. So we trade with a scout. We nearly kill him there, along with a little bit of help, but we've lost about half of our hit points. When I first saw this, I saw that he'd done about 3,500 damage, and then I saw the start here, and I thought, well, this is probably going to get a little bit interesting in here on how he uses this scout. Most people in scouts are going to be running all around the map. Porani actually takes this little spot, which I assume he's used before because he seems fairly familiar with it. And he's going to use this to start spotting guys. Now, the other team did not get very aggressive. And there goes a Rev making a run for it. And this poor guy is going to get torched by Porani, who hits him twice. Oh, unfortunate. And he ends up missing, but he burns for quite a while, and that gets him up to 1,000 damage. There's a pattern right here in a T-44. The T-34-3 has moved up, and now a Sturv is coming around the corner over there. So they've got this pretty well handled. Looks like quite a few of the enemy team are camping over there, which is definitely a benefit to Porani's team. But as I always say, it doesn't matter that you get lucky. The question is, what do you do with it? This T-49 makes a really bad move overall and gets nuked. Porani is able to kill him, and he comes back over to his little spot. I probably wouldn't have gone across the top there, Porani. I might have dove down, because if one of those Revs over there was still looking at you, he might have had a shot. But here comes another one, and you're absolutely death on the Revs today. There goes another shot on him. And another shot. Oh, that's a bounce. It's too bad. And one more just to add a little misery. So of course he's not being very active as a scout, but he's controlling this whole side with his spotting. And plus he's throwing in the damage along the way. And that's what you've got to start doing these days with scouts. He's okay as far as scouting goes because he's bottom tier on this one. Especially when you're top tier, you need to think about how you're going to do damage. And this is a good job of doing a bit of spotting and getting some damage in there for his team. Probably would have looked around for the patent, see what he's doing. He's sort of staring at you right there. Surprised he's not taking hits because he's really hanging on the edge. There's a shot there. Oh, he just missed you. And smacks him on the side of the turret. He's pointing the other way. Put another one into his turret. And force that reload is what I would do right there, Porani. I think you eventually get to it. The Sturv drives up and gets nuked. Or is it? No, it's the 34-3 gets nuked. But he puts a lick in there. The 44 takes a hit, and you're just about reloaded. So I agree with this. Let's push in there, take down what's left. They're kind of looking at you. There goes artillery. Shot into the patent, and off we go. We're at 3,200 damage. The other Sturv is making a run for it, as is the JP2. There's an Arty hanging out somewhere, so you do have to be careful with that. Come right up here and look for some shots. Kind of watching what's going on. Stir fire, so he pops up, and it looks like the JP's running, so we got some shots right into the back of him. I think you'd have had him if you'd have stood in there one more time. Possible that this Stir kills you off. Still being careful. 3,595. I might have dabbed 2 in there, just going against the JP and the Stir, but probably doesn't matter because I think they're all going to die before you can do anything about it. This is where I start talking about aggression a little bit. Probably an opportunity for you to come down low, not up and over, but around low this way, through this low part in this in this road right here and get up around and beside and into these guys. You maybe even got a shot if you'd have blitzed straight into that artillery. There was probably a shot or two available for you in there. Those two TDs could have easily one-shot you, but sitting back and just letting other people shoot at this point, who cares? Even if you go in there and get one shot and get killed, that's a little bit more damage. But in any event, 3,595, 660 ace tanker and a Batchat 12T scout on a 357 bottom tier. Essentially what he did is he got forward, got some SA for his team, and then became one annoying little bugger behind that little place right there. And that's what you do with a scout. Especially on a map like this, it's very corridor-like. There's just not a lot of places for scouts to go. There's an argument to be made for running around in this middle area, but that's extremely dangerous because it's just got so much crossfire. That was a great initial position for him right there. He could hide behind that bunker. He could pop out, annoy people, spot them, keep these guys honest up here. Just an all-around really good job. The corollary to that, of course, or the other side of it is, if the Patton 44 and maybe one other tank, if they'd had another one there, in a different situation, Porani could get easily pushed and rolled. They just go right down that ramp, shoot them in the back, and continue to push down here into this area at about, what, B1, B2. But that's not what happened, right? So he gets in there, gets the SA, and starts becoming extremely annoying, and has a pretty dang good game in a bottom tier scout that's not really known as being a really great tank out there. And nice job. Lastly, I'd say nice job with managing the autoloader, forcing the reloads when you needed to, clipping out when you needed to, all that kind of thing. All right, guys. Hope you liked what you saw. Hope you learned something. If you did, make sure you subscribe. And as always, we will see you.